The 4-6 triangle inequalities. It's a pretty easy lesson. That's why we combine it with 4-6. And if you were here, how many did the math thing this summer? We talked about it. It was real brief. But the two smaller sides of a triangle must have a sum that is greater than the third side. So if you think of any triangle, okay, let's say this is a side of a triangle. Okay, so I'll put it under there. That's a side that's 2 units long, right? It's 2 pins long. When we first opened this building, I ordered red pins, and they sent me a bunch of red pins that don't work. I don't know. They just dried up in the warehouse, I guess. But they don't work. So that's one with 2 units long. Here's another one that's 3 units long. I know. I get that. Just stay with me. It'll be okay. We have 2. We have 3. I will zoom in so you can read it here in a minute. And now we have one that is 4 units long. All right? No, you can't see it completely. In order for it to make a triangle, you would have to, I know you get it. Okay? You would have to be able to have those, let me see if I can make it so you can see that. Yeah, man. Check that out. There's our triangle. Everyone with me? All right. Now notice that in this 4 plus 3 is what? 7. That's longer than 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's longer than 4. All right. So let's say I take and I make this a 2. So now I have a 2 and a 2 and a 3. Will that make a triangle? Yes, no? How many say nope, it's not going to make one? How many say yep, it's going to make one? Let's see. There we go. And oh yeah, man. Made a triangle. 2 plus 2 is 4. Oops, sorry, 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's bigger than 2. Okay. Yes?
Is it like 1, if you add up 2 sides, it has to be 1 over the other one?
It has to be greater than the third. Yeah. Any 2 sides added together will have to be greater than the third to make a triangle. So let's say I now have a 2, a 1, and a 3. Will that make a triangle? Who says yep? Nope. Well, let's see. 2 plus 1 is?
3.
Is that longer than 3? No, let's check. There we go. Yeah, it'd just be flat against itself, right? That's a pretty lame-o triangle. All right? So now that one doesn't work. Okay, why? Because 2 plus 3, or 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 is not greater than 3. Everyone with that? So any 2 sides have to be longer than the third, no matter what 2 you add up. So, here we go. Bethany, can you see that? Oh, here, let me see if we can. How about now? Yes, okay. Good. So, triangle inequalities say the 2 smaller sides of a triangle must have a sum that is greater than the third. So any 2 sides you add up have to be bigger than the third. And then the other 2 things, the largest angle is always opposite the longest side. The shortest side of a triangle is always opposite the smallest angle. That means the medium side is opposite the middle angle. Yeah?
What do you mean by opposite?
I'll show you. I'll show you a picture here after you. I'll let you guys copy this down, and then I'll draw a picture, or I'll actually use my cool triangles. So I have got my money's worth out of these dead pins that they sent me. I know. They just, like Expo pins, if you leave them for too long, these whiteboard pens, they dry out. Ooh.
If you hold them upside down, if you keep them stored upside down, then all the ink will be there and it'll be fresh.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
Well,
it can
maybe
work
not
with
those
these.
things that are like
I know.
already.
take them apart and put like yellow ink in them? Oh. Squeeze the ink? No. I don't care that much.
I care. Can I do that?
No. No.
This way.
Great job, James.
I'll do that for you.
All right. I know that some of you are still copying that down. However, I do want to show another picture with my cool pens. Okay. Dude. All right, I'll put it back up there. I know. All right, so here are my pens again, which we can't see. Let's see. Let me see if I can switch this up here so we can actually see them. Let's see. Oh yeah, zoom out. Good thinking. Boy. Good thing I'm with advanced students. There we go. All right. So the smallest angle in here is this angle. This angle, if I were to trace it out, notice the side I do not trace. Everyone see that? So as I'm tracing the smallest angle out, I never actually trace that side. From here, that is the opposite side. So the smallest angle is opposite the smallest side. This is my largest angle here. Notice if I trace that angle out, the largest angle is opposite the longest side. Okay? That's a good question there. Pretty cool. Good thing I zoomed out. Yeah. All right. Any questions? All right. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a look at your assignment right now.
Let me both sides.
4-6. The other side's 4-7. So we're going 4-6-aroo right now. Huh? We're doing both today, yeah. 4, 6, and 7. You'll enjoy 4, 6 though. Okay. Example 1. Is it possible for a triangle to have sides with the given length? Explain. So I want everyone to do number 1 right now, and then try number 2. All right. Number 1. How many say yes?
It would go like this.
How many say nope? The answer is no. And the reason is, I'm just going to go mathematical on it. 3 plus 4 is not greater than 7. Okay? So if you say no, you only have to give one reason to disprove it. 3 plus 4 is not greater than 7. Yeah. Oh, that is greater than. Thank you. Not greater than. Thank you for pointing that out. 3 plus 4 is not greater than 7. You put a little slash through it. I actually said is greater than 7. Good. How about number 2? Is that good? Oh, Cameron, question?
Does it have to be true for all the sides around it?
It have to be true for all of them. Yeah. So if like 4 plus 7 is greater than 3, right? And 3 plus 7 is greater than 4, but that one doesn't work. So it has to be true for all of them. Good question. Is number 2 true? 2 true. Yes, it is true. True. Okay. All right. Explain. You could say all sides, or you could say A plus B is greater than C, and A plus C is greater than B. Okay, and B plus C is greater than A. You could say that all sides are greater. Any two sides are greater than a third. If you don't want to write that, any two sides are greater than the third. Any two sides added up, or the sum of any two sides are greater than the third. So when I'm saying A, B, and C, I'm A, B, and C. Okay. Cool. Okay. Alrighty. Let's take a look at example 2. I want you to try number 13. Determine the two largest angles of the triangle. Number 13. All right, Blake, what do you think? What's one of the largest angles?
ABC.
ABC, so B, right?
Yeah.
So since it's a triangle and there's no other angles, let's just go. So angle B. B is opposite the longest side. Okay, what other angle? Grace? Yeah, angle A. So if we trace angle A, the next longest side is 29. So if you trace that angle, the side you don't trace, okay, that's the side opposite. So angle A. So B is the biggest, A is the second. You can't go necessarily by looks, go by measurements they show. Okay, yeah, Grace?
Can we just circle it or do we have to write it out?
You can circle them. That'd be fine. Yeah, if you want to. All right, I want you to take a look at number 19. Give number 19 a go. Which side is the shortest? Okay, so the shortest side, well, it'd be nice to know this angle first. Triangle angle sum theorem, 85 and 69. That's 154. Is that right?
Yep.
And 154, if I subtract that from 180, that's going to give me, that's going to give me a total of 26, I believe. Is that correct? Okay. So the shortest side is opposite the smallest angle. So the 26 happens to be my smallest angle. I trace that. The side I didn't trace is the one opposite. So looks like ST. How many got ST? How many make cool S's with like little tails on them? That way it doesn't look like a 5. You don't want it to be confused for 5T. You know, side 5T. Yeah. Looks pretty cool though. Okay. We're going to spend about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes on that side, and then we're going to move on to 4-7. Okay, I know that doesn't give you necessarily time to finish it all, but that's where